everybody. It's a hot day again, and by the way, I welcome my new subscriber, um, and I'm very thankful for your interest in my videos. This is for purely fun, second opinion. Not saying I'm a Chris Stockman. I'm not saying that I'm a Siskel and Ebert. Those are assholes. But no, no. But I'm just saying I'm not those guys. This is purely for fun, and let's have fun. I wanted to talk to you about because I'm doing franchises. I'm gonna make them in playlists, but it's trial and error because very I'm not handy with technology, so it's trial and error. But I'm gonna make playlists because I did the complete Halloween franchise, but I have to do. I'm almost done with Friday the 13th. I do have to do Jason Goes to Hell and Jason X, and then if you really want, yeah, Jason versus Freddy. Now with Scream, I want to do Scream 3, which is directed by Wes Craven. Little fact, I think this one is the one I hate, by the way. First of all, full disclosure, and you got a lot of famous people in this movie. A lot of famous people. You not only got Courtney Cox and David Arquette and Neve Campbell. The regulars, Gail, Dewey, and Sydney. You got Parker Posey, who plays. Well, they're making a new Stab movie, and she plays Gail, and she's pretty funny, I have to say. And you've got all these actors playing Dewey, playing Sydney, so okay, they're on this big studio lot. And then you've got Lance Hendrickson. I think he's the producer or a studio owner, I'm not sure. And then you've got Patrick Dempsey as the Detective Kincaid. And then I don't know her name. Randy's sister is coming in this because Randy leaves a video message before he got killed, which is weird, but okay. He almost had a premonition that he would die in Scream 2. And Sydney's dad, that you only see in the first movie for a glimpse. And also you got Roman, who is the director of the movie, and then Liev Schreiber as Cotton. Cotton from in the first movie, he's sort of introduced as the one who killed Sydney's mom, but eventually it wasn't him. And in the second movie, he's actually, I forgot to tell that piece of the movie. He's a stalker. He's weird, kind of weird. He's let's make we got a great deal. Good morning, America. Good morning, America. 1 hour prime time. You and me. Come on. He desperately wants to tell his story. In this and this and that. And apparently, in this movie, he got famous, and he has a show which I actually found funny, which is called 100% Cotton. Now the movie, of course, starts out with him, and he gets a phone call from a fan, a girl fan. So very, he's seducing him, and this, but he's actually married. But he's playing along, and then the voice turns to the voice of the ghost face, because the ghost face voice is not a modulator voice. It's an actor that plays. I'm not sure what the actor's name is, but he's the one who always speaks the ghost face voice. Not in the Scream TV. I will end this with the Scream TV series on MTV, which I personally find really good. The first two seasons are primed. It's not with the same mask, but I'll be there shortly. We got a few ones to pump out. Right now, he's the killer says, "I'm looking at your wife who's in the shower," and so he drives to her. And spoilers, by the way. So for the ones who didn't see this, spoilers. Okay. First of what this movie, I think this is the. I'm not sure if other Scream movies were PG rated, but this is the only one that's PG-13, and you can definitely see it. The kills are bland and boring, and like just stab and that's it. In Scream 6, there's a guy who's getting used as a pincushion to Ghostface killers, or and what the fucked up part is, he lives. I mean, they're big buck knives. They're just over in his neck and his chest. I mean, and he lives. Okay, this guy has to be the Terminator or something. I mean, but okay, that's for number 6, right? So yeah, he dies. So he's the first to die of the known characters, and his wife too, of course. Then we go to Sydney. She's basically living kind of off the grid in the middle of nowhere, because she has a little bit of PTSD, and she's doing this. Her dad is also visiting her a lot of times, but he says you have to go back to the world, and she says no, I'm not ready, and things like that. And she's doing a suicide hotline, people with problems. That's her work. But eventually, in one night, she sees her mom, and she dreams it. She sees the ghost of her mom saying, "You have to go back. You have to go out of the world." And she had contact because Gail was trying to contact her, because because she knows that Cotton is killed, and she thinks it's starting all over again. Now she goes. She wants to meet at the studio lot. Now apparently they're making a new Stab movie. This time it's Stab 2, and you've got all these, the house and in the studio lot, all rebuilt. The house of Sydney, the neighbor's house, and things like that. Also, the room where Sydney's mom was killed, so completely blood covered. That of course sets her off big time, and it's like Jesus. Then Gail gets there, and she gets immediately rushed by Parker Posey's character, who plays Gail in the movie, and she's like, "Oh, the real Gail Weathers! Oh, hello, my magic son, like this or something. She's doing she's a fun. From all the you've all got the characters who play Dewey, play Gail, Sydney. She's the funniest. She's the funniest of them all. I like the dynamic between dynamic between Gail and the actor Gail. They work together in this movie. Then Dewey apparently works for the movie and as a bodyguard for Parker Posey and as an advisor for the movie. So you see Dewey, you get that song again when he arrives. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, I hate that song. I really hate that song. When he arrives, like, you know, it's like a cowboy is coming into in the town, like Clint Eastwood or something. He's limping again, still limping. He does that limp, but in the fourth movie, I think he sort of stops with it, or does it less. But yeah, so of course Gail is she. I mean, in the second movie they had a romantic will they or will they not situation. Apparently they did not, but she still has some kind of feelings for her and him too for her. But she is kind of jealous because he's working for Parker Posey. He's a Gale actor, so. And Sydney arrives too. She meets her actress friend. She's definitely like not interested. And at some point, they're at a trailer from I think from Parker Posey, and the sister of Randy. And now I don't know her name, and I should have, but I'm gonna call her because I don't know Randy's actor name too. His real name too. But the sister of Randy, she comes up and she wanted to give this to Dewey, Gail, and Sydney to VHS and they see Randy basically somewhere between Scream 1 and 2. He's making a video about the fact, like I said, he's like us. He knows about killers and their MOs and things like that, and horror, and it says, we're all targets now. Everybody's a target. Everybody can die, and that means you too, Sydney. And then he says, and if you see this video, I'm probably already killed. So hope to see you guys later. Bye. So a little bit sad and weird that he had basically a premonition that he would be killed. But yeah, on another side, it was fun to meet him. Then you have Patrick Dempsey, the detective. He starts to stick his nose on the studio a lot because, yeah, Cotton there were connections there with Cotton and that studio, and he knows about Sydney and things like that, and that there may be a copycat killer like a Ghostface killer, and he's trying to get something loose, but nobody knows shit at that point. But then there's one scene at one time, one of the actresses gets killed. She's on the lot when everybody's gone. Just a stab, nothing more, nothing less. She's dead. Now they know, yeah, there's probably somebody. And then Sydney also gets attacked, and there's nobody on set, and she gets attacked, and she comes in the room of her mom, which is basically full of blood. Then the killer has this shroud over her or him, and she said, "You should have not let. You should have stayed with me," or something like that. And she goes completely. Oh, she falls down and she falls on a bed. Luckily, but she saw the killer. Okay, she knows that there's a killer now, and of course the set is now, the production is now halted because the fact that there's a killer now. Kincaid, of course, is now more on the set and trying to stay there and talking with people. Roman, of course, as a director, is really pissed that he can't finish his movie, and Lance Henriksen said, "Yeah, we're gonna postpone." And Roman, fuck. Don't know the actor's name. I forgot to write it down. Sorry, but his name is Roman in the movie, and yeah, he's pretty pissed. But apparently, Sydney starts to know things about her mom. She sees a photo on the wall of Lance Henriksen's office, and she said, "That's my mom." "Oh yeah, is that your mom? Okay, she was an actress back in the day. Yeah." And he told, "Yeah, we had fun parties because." And you can already tell sleazy parties, like, parties where actresses or actresses mostly go to, do stuff to get higher up, and probably having a BJ or whatever. But so Lance Henriksen is a little bit like Creep in this movie. Then at some point, Parker Posey is really being paranoid. She already has bodyguard, like, plus Dewey, and she and the other actors are at her house. They're all sort of banding together. They won't get us now if we stay together. And of course, the killer is not stupid. And what happens is the bodyguard is really an asshole against Dewey. He says we should check the perimeter, the perimeter of the house. Know what I have to do. Okay, just be a nice boy and stay here and watch the cameras. And okay, he's walking around. He, of course, immediately gets killed, stabbed again, dead. And then of course he notice he's taking so long. I'm gonna see, Dewey's gonna see, and he sees that Ghostface is on the perimeter, and he's going in the house. He says, "You have to go because killer's here," and they get out, but then there's a big explosion in Parker Posey's house. This big explodes. There was a big the killer used explosives, and a lot of the cars are tippled down. Dewey is basically flown towards a ledge, and then he gets up. He sees the killer going towards Gale, and he has a gun, and he goes, "No, Gale!" But he's shooting at the killer, and he hits the killer, and the killer falls down, and then he with his limp leg goes like, "Oh, whoa," and he so comically falls from the ledge. And then of course when he gets up, he sees Gale frightened, curled up, and the killer is gone. So the killer is gone, but he knew he hit him or her. So, spoilers, it's already a him, okay? This now at this point, it's basically everybody for himself, you know. And I think they, you know, Roman, his birthday is coming up, and he's asking everybody to come and, you know, to my house and get drunk, and he has this villa, and okay, all the rest of the actors are coming. I think one guy got killed in the explosion, and you got two actors. One that displays Sydney, and then another guy, a black guy, but I don't know who he plays. But he's one of the actors. Then, of course, Parker Posey. Gale is there too. Where Gale is Parker Posey. And Dewey too. Dewey's there too, of course, for more for Gale so than for Posey. So Lance Henriksen is also asked, but I'm thinking now, does he get offed in this movie? I think so. He's strapped to a chair, and he tells that. So Sydney comes to this party. Roman is going to the basement, and he's not seen again. And the killer starts to show up, and they know there's something wrong. They see Lance. I think he was strapped to a chair. I'm not really sure on that one. So if I'm wrong, correct me. And he fesses up about Sydney's mom, that she was basically a whore. So yeah, but he gets, then Ghostface, I think he kills him with a stab, and so they all know, okay, Sydney's not there. Sorry, Sydney's not there. She gets this information from his desk that she was a whore, basically, and did everything to get a gig. And that's how, yeah, okay. Now and he goes to the party from Roman, and he gets, or he goes not. That's something I'm not sure of, that he dies or not. He gets a trophy of him. Sydney throws through the window, and I think he doesn't die. It's just he gets cuffed out by Sydney being a sleazeback asshole. But of course, her mom was a whore. Yeah, basically, yeah, she cheated on her husband. Apparently, cheated on many times on her husband with many other guys. So yeah, a little bit of a slut, you know. But what happens is she's at the police station, and Kincaid is there, and then Cindy gets a call and saying that she has to come to Roman's house because I've got Gale and Dewey, and if you're not coming, I'll kill them all. And this time he already killed. This is somewhere between the Lance Henriksen fight and that she's at the police station. The killer is killing the actors in the movie. I think they all try to escape. The black guy gets it. Parker Posey gets it, although I'm not sure. What happens is Dewey is she's in this hallway with windows you can see through, but you can't see her, and one-way windows, and she's doing this. Dewey starts to shoot all the windows. So how stupid can you be? Because she's right after that window. And then she falls out of the window, and I'm not really sure if Dewey killed her or the killed her with a stab. I'm really not sure. His gun is empty. He gets jammed in the face. So at this point, Gale and Dewey are prisoners. And Parker Posey is dead, but still, I'm not sure if Dewey kills her accidentally or the killer because the killer is behind, after her. So yeah, so they get caught. She goes, and the killer's saying, "Throw that gun away." He already knows she has something on her. She takes the gun. He says, "Throw it in the pool." She's standing there, and eventually she wants to strap Dewey. And then Dewey says, "You gotta go away, go away, Sydney, gotta go away, Sid." And the killer comes, and then there's this kerfuffle, and then you have Patrick Dempsey kind of saves the day at this point, but he gets. I know he appears at the villa, but I'm not sure at which. I think he appears, but he gets manhandled by the ghost face, and I think he gets manhandled and gets down. At this point, Dewey is free. He's freeing Gale, but Sydney is going to a room and finds Roman dead in the freezer. She then goes to another room. Now at this point, Gale and Dewey are alive, and Sydney is locked in this room with a projector and things like that, and the killer is standing there, and he takes the mask off, and it's Roman. Ta-da! Apparently this is the only movie I can tell you that only has one killer. So kudos for being practical. He's apparently Sydney's brother, stepbrother or something like that. Because yeah, he's a baby of Sydney's mom was his mom, but she sort of gave him away. She's produced by having sex for a gig, and then she didn't want the baby, and of course that makes him fucked up. And at that moment says he staged the murder of his mom in Lakesboro, Borough Woods. What was the name of the town? Woodsboro, yeah. And he found Billy, and he said, of course, that his mom is having sex with Billy's dad, and that's why they had a separation with his mom, and that fucked him up, and he recruited Stu because he was already fucked up in the head. He wanted to kill, and then he apparently orchestrated it all. Sorry. So that's okay, special. Eventually, she, what happens? Kincaid again comes in the room at some point, and he shoots. So they have first a little scuffle, and then Kincaid comes in the room and with blood because of the scuffle he had with him, and then he shoots at him a few times on his body, and he falls down, and then he's gone again. Then he comes back and hits him on the head. Sydney shoots. He says, "Look at this bulletproof vest, of course." Then Sydney, she's shooting him, shooting him, shooting him, shooting him, and he's like, "You can't kill me, you can't kill me, I'm not, you can't never kill me." And then Gale and Dewey come in and says, "Shoot him in the head." Okay, gone is Roman. So that's basically the plot. I mean, the, a fact I already explained in my I made a video about this, is Stu Marker coming back for the killer as a killer in Scream 7, because Scream 7 is now in production, but it was delayed by a writer's strike, so they couldn't do it without the writers, so they had to wait. And a lot of people think he was I made a video about this, so if you want to look up the video, I got more information, but I personally think he killed Dewey, and then he tried to kill Gale, almost succeeded. And there are a lot of clues, especially in Scream 6. Just have to see it, and you can see it right. It gets, if you look for it, you just see it. If you don't look for it, you don't see it. But apparently Matthew Lillard was asked to come back for this movie as being the killer. So he was already asked and he wanted to do it, but because of the movie had something, and I'm not sure what it was delayed and set back, and then he couldn't, and then Roman had to come in to be the new killer. And but Matthew Lillard was asked, so if he was asked and wanted to do it, why wouldn't he do it in a new Scream movie, the last Scream movie? Because it's like a new trilogy reboot for like Halloween. So you know Halloween 2018 and Halloween Kills, and I'm 90% sure that he's gonna be there. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, it's what the movie now. What's my conclusion? Let's say I don't like it. It's bland. The kills are bland. You've got Parker Posey as a funny character. I did like her. Dewey is Dewey. Gale is Gale. Sydney is Sydney. I mean, one killer. He had the original. The fact that you have a creative one killer, because he basically had to do it all on his own, and but you got a lot of good actors in this one. Lance Henriksen, Patrick Dempsey, I mean, Liv Schreiber. But this is the only one that's PG-13. I'm pretty sure of that the others are R-rated. So I think that something to do with a school shooting that happened at that time back then, and they didn't want to bring. I'm not sure that that's the story, but I think I heard something like that, and they didn't want to do an R-rated movie when already that horror was displayed in real time. So yeah, it was something like that. That they postponed it, and Matthew Lillard couldn't do it. But I think if you ask him for 6-7, I seen an interview with him. He says, "I'm not in for the sixth movie. I'm not in this one." Wink, wink. You know, it's pretty obvious. But you have a little movie. I made a little movie about will be the killer. It's can see it in my, check it out if you want to see it. I've got a lot of interesting ideas and clues, and it's almost too on your face, but that can be made, you know, that can be sounds too much on your face, and then it's just surprise. There's no stew. Okay, okay, okay. But I don't like this movie. It's, you know, it's an okay movie. It's if you want to see a movie, it's not that it's a terrible movie. It's a Wes Craven movie. Great director, a lot of famous people, but it's bland. I mean, bland with the kills. And Scream 6 is known to be bland with his kills, most of them. But they always have this one kill that sticks out. Like in the first one, you have Drew Barrymore that's hanging from a tree with her guts out, and the second one you have that kill in the theater, in the movie theater, and the policeman that gets impaled through his face and things like that. And in the fourth one, that's for later, but it has also one scene. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I didn't like it. It wasn't Scream. It didn't feel like Scream. It, it was original, like I said, one killer, and that he had a bulletproof vest, so they made him look invincible, that he couldn't be killed, but that was because of the vest. That was revealed. And then Sidney shooting him like 6-7 times with Kincaid's handgun. Luckily he had like a Beretta or something, but had 15 bullets, and shoot him in the face. They said, okay, bam, and he's wearing a suit of face. And it's funny how he's standing there, get shot. You can't kill me. You can never kill me. I'll always come back. I'll always come back. Okay, it's done. Yes, yeah, it was a funny moment actually. And like I said, Parker Posey, she falls out of the window, but in my opinion, she didn't get stabbed. I didn't see her get stabbed, but Dewey was shooting the windows out. So, did he kill Parker Posey? I mean, maybe because she was annoyed. She was annoying towards Gale. Because she always wants to tag along with Gale, and she had the idea if the killer is after her, then the killer will be after me, so Parker Posey, and that she wants to stick around with Gale, so she always she's not alone. So that kind of deal. But yeah, I still don't know. But if somebody knows, put it in the comments, because I don't know. Did she get stabbed, or do we shoot her accidentally, or did she just fell out of the window and died on the ground? But I wouldn't go past that, because people get killed fairly easy in this movie. Yeah, what's to say, what not to say. I like Patrick Dempsey as the detective. I like that bit with the VHS with Randy, which was sad in a way, but weird also. Because that premonition that he would die it's weird. It's weird. He made a video, sort of, a farewell video. So yeah, okay, watch it. Give it, let's say, a thumbs like this. So give okay movie. That's my conclusion. If you want to see the movie, I would say check it out and see what your opinion is.